He came to the United Kingdom for a better life. Today, he is on life support. How did somebody that came to the UK in search of a better life is now on life support? That's what you're about to find out. If you know anyone that works in health and social care, kindly ensure that they see this video. Alex was the happiest man on earth when he got his visa and he arrived in the UK on the care workers visa. He was full of life and hope for a better life. He left his wife, who had a good job in their home country. The plan was that the wife will come and join Alex once he settles in the UK. Alex, the company that brought him to the UK, messed him up. He paid £9,000 to come to the UK, him and his woman. But the company did not tell him that he did not have a job. And worst of all, they did not even tell him after 3 months of arriving in the UK. Alex only found that by mistake from one of his colleagues who the company have warned not to tell Alex that they've lost their visa sponsorship. Alex was shattered. This is not what I was told. I have sold everything that I had, come to the UK, and now this company don't have any job, and I have been told 60 days is all I have, or else I will have to leave the UK. Alex was browsing the internet one day. There he found a job being advertised on Indeed. He applied just out of curiosity. He applied for the job. Before you know what was happening, someone called him for an interview. He thought it was a joke. Before you know what was happening, the company was so desperate looking for staff, they offered Alex a job and they gave him visa sponsorship. The brother could not believe it. He thought it was a scam, but only for him to realize that the whole thing was genuine. Alex's wife joined him in the UK. The wife was working. Life was good for Alex and his wife. Everything was good. Alex was so dedicated to the work that the company, they trusted him to the point where when they are interviewing new staff, Alex will be among the panel that will interview new staff. He's so determined, committed, and humble that everyone likes him. One fateful day, Alex's phone rang. It was an old friend, John, from the home country that told him, bro, I only found out that you are in this country when a church member gave me your number. John explained his situation. He has been in the UK. The company that brought him did not have a job. The same thing that Alex experienced, John is now experiencing it. And John's case was worse because he had borrowed money to try to get COS. Somebody told him that they can help with £5,000. John borrowed money again, gave this guy £5,000 only for the guy to disappear. Alex told him, I will speak to my boss and see what I can do. When he told his boss, because of the standard that Alex has said, the boss was very pleased and they offered this man a job with visa sponsorship. When John was offered the job, he was very, very excited. But John has one problem. He had owed so much money that despite the restriction on his visa, that he can only do 20 hours in another company, John did not care. He was working like a donkey, picking shit, just trying to pay back the money that he owed. He was always tired. Alex and John, they were working in mental health. In this company, they deal with patients who have been detained under the mental health house. They've been detained for a long time. They are trying to integrate them into the community. So they will stay in this house first. From there, they will then move to semi-independent living before they will then move completely to their own living. Alex and John were told the patient that they will be looking after has been assessed as high risk, which means that 2 people must be with this guy all the time. At night, when he's asleep, one person wants to go for break, you must make sure that you do not sleep. In fact, the company makes it very clear we have no sleep at night policy because of the risk of this guy. One fateful day that Alex and John, on this occasion, they were given the responsibility to look after this patient. John approached Alex and said, brother, you know I am tired. I am working all these shifts. Please, when this patient is sleeping at night, just let me sleep on my break for 1 hour, 30 minutes. I would set my alarm. Alex said, no problem, brother. You can sleep. Make sure you set your alarm. Everything is fine. This patient, since he came to this house, he has not displayed any challenging behavior. In fact, the way the guy is behaving, you wouldn't even think that this is a patient that has been assessed as high risk. You can go and sleep, brother. The guy went on his break. He went to sleep. This patient woke up that night. He was wandering around. Alex asked him, is everything okay, mate? The guy did not say anything. He was quiet. He went to the kitchen to make himself a drink. When he was making himself a drink, Alex was looking at the guy. Before you know what was happening, the guy out of nowhere, there's no trigger, nothing you can say, oh, this is why the guy is upset. The guy used the table knife he was holding, he used it to hit Alex first. Alex was saying, calm down, calm down, calm down. As Alex was pushing back, Alex slipped on the floor. He slipped. As soon as Alex slipped on the floor, this guy went to get the fire extinguisher. He used it to hit Alex's head from back. Pow! With serious force that Alex lied down. When Alex lied down, this guy you would have thought would walk away and say, oh, this is enough. No. For this guy, that night, he was a completely different person. He was hitting Alex with the fire extinguisher. Alex was lying on the floor, hitting him to the point where Alex became unconscious lying there. He pressed the trigger, the alarm to call his friend. As soon as the guy hit him the first time, the friend was snoring. He didn't respond again. He was snoring. Alex was there on the floor for more than 2 hours when the friend who was supposed to go for only 1 hour, 30 minutes break eventually woke up after 2 hours, 30 minutes. He went to look around. The patient was lying in bed, relaxing. Where is my friend, Alex? He didn't see Alex. That is when the guy knew something had happened to Alex. He was calling. There was no response. The patient was lying, sleeping in bed. He turned the light off. He was looking. He saw blood on the floor. He was looking around. He saw Alex lying unconscious on the floor. When he eventually called the ambulance and told them, he did not know whether to tell the truth or lie. Sadly, the guy decided to lie to the company, forgetting that there is CCTV in the house. When the emergency services came to take Alex to the hospital, Alex was in coma for a long time. John, the patient was arrested. John felt that his life was going to come to an end because he knew the consequence of his action. He knew that his visa was under threat because the company told him categorically that you must not sleep because this patient has been assessed as high risk patient that needs 2 people to follow him all the time except at night when he's sleeping at night. That is when one person can go for break. If he doesn't sleep, do not go to break. The company will take care of you. Alex was in coma. The wife contacted me when Alex was in coma, lying there. The wife even thought the guy is not going to get up again. But when he eventually get up, the saddest part of the story is that this guy, his wife is now pregnant with their first child. Alex has been damaged, his brain has been damaged to the point where he does not even recognize his wife anymore. And he has to wear diaper for somebody who was full of life, somebody that came to the UK in search of a better life. Today, this brother is now wearing diaper. The wife said, Frank, my husband doesn't even recognize me most times. He's been severely damaged. His brain has been severely damaged that he just feels like he's not a human being anymore. She was crying. She only pleaded with me, share this story, but don't tell people, don't use the country where he comes from. Just keep that aside. The woman, she's devastated. The company that Alex worked for initially, according to the wife, they were not responding when it comes to granting him settled status in the UK under exceptional circumstance. But the wife, we have been in contact with the company, and the company said they will look into that. But the main thing is that for a man who was full of life, full of hope, when he came to the UK, everything he has worked for is now gone. And if his friend had not gone to sleep on that night, Alex, his friend, would have been able to rush and intervene. And because Alex so much trusts his friend, and because he was trying to help his friend, he said, brother, you go and sleep because I know you're working to pay the money you owe. But sadly, it was that decision that has resulted in these guys having severe brain damage now. And for the rest of life, doctors have told him he's likely to depend on other people for the rest of life. He's wheelchair bound, severely brain damaged, that even he wears diaper because of that. What are the lessons that can be learned from this story? The first one, kindness can change life, because every healthcare worker deserves a safe workplace to work. Fatigue, when you're tired, you're doing all these shifts, you're picking all these shifts, you're likely not going to be able to respond, because the body, when the body is tired, when you say you want to sleep for 1 hour, you haven't slept for a few days, it's going to be hard for you to get up. Care plan exists for a reason. The care plan make it very clear that this man is a high-risk patient. 2 people must be with him all the time. But because this guy was trying to be kind to his friend, he allowed him to stay. Violence against healthcare workers can have a lasting consequence. One moment can change a life forever. I shared the story of Irene, the lady from Kenya, who was sadly killed not too long ago by a healthcare worker who was suffering from psychosis and schizophrenia that killed Irene. Sadly, we are sharing the story today of somebody who did not die, but his life is almost gone. If you know anyone that works in mental health, kindly ensure that they see this video. Anyone that works in health and social care, please, risk assessment is there for a reason. Do not put friendship above your own safety. Do you have any sympathy for Alex? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any story that you want to share with myself and the team, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number. We will always consider the story if we feel that lessons can be learned. Peace and love. I'll see you soon.